So Morgan, you're a medical student design partner, which is a title that I hadn't heard before speaking with you. So tell us a little bit about that. I guess essentially you will be a medical student starting in July, but you actually started here almost about a year in advance. So that's of course part of the program. You're helping to design this, even though you haven't been through it yet, even though it's not developed. Tell us a little bit about, I guess, how you got interested and why you want to be a physician, but also how you found this program at Penn State.
Sure. So the reason you've never heard medical student design partner is because this program is actually, to our knowledge, the first to be done in the medical school curriculum development or med ed kind of areas. As Dr. Wong mentioned, Olin actually had a very similar program, but they were in engineering, so a little bit different type of education. So essentially, a medical student design partner, again, is this unique program that Penn State has sponsored in which students who were accepted to the Penn State College of Medicine in Hershey last year were given the opportunity to learn more about the program, but also interview and then take part in this year. There are 5 of us. I'm one of 5. We are from kind of all over, very different experiences, very different people, but we came together, decided to defer our medical education for 1 year and pilot and co-create what is the curriculum at University Park. And of course, then, as you mentioned, in July, we will become the medical students. As part of the first class, 5 of the medical students will actually be adding 7 more, so our class size will be 12, which is very unusual. The reason that I chose this program, and I can only speak for myself, there were 3 reasons actually. 1, location. I was born and raised in Center County. I'm actually from Tyrone. So to be able to train in the community that I am coming back to serve once I'm done was definitely a highlight for me. I want to be able to immerse myself, continue, I should say, to immerse myself in this community. But also I think there are other things about our curriculum, such as the small class size, one-on-one mentoring, the culture that we've built that really attracted me to this particular program. So
good. So, I think probably a lot of people think, how can a student who hasn't gone through a curriculum design a curriculum? It seems a little bit sort of like an anomaly, right? But I think there are good reasons. So any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so actually, interestingly enough, of the 5 of us, only 1, Tom, my colleague, had any type of educational experience. I have never taken a class with any emphasis on education or development or anything of that nature. So what's interesting is part of what Olin did is they brought in students who had never been exposed to the engineering curriculum or what actually happens within your graduate education or undergraduate education. The same concept we applied to this, right? So we brought in new students who had never been in medical school with these fresh minds and new perspectives. We didn't necessarily want to seek out, or my team didn't want to seek out students who had already kind of been through the experience, because so many people have asked, why didn't you use 4th years instead of 1st years? And so that was part of why we were sought out as new students, so we could provide this fresh perspective. And whether or not we had the educational experience, which I did not, we were able to provide a student perspective, which was very crucial. We've learned moving forward as we're developing the curriculum. There are things that we thought about that our faculty team members did not, and vice versa. And so having kind of that, round the table perspective was really helpful with all the projects that we took on.
Good. So I'm sure the work that you're doing this year will be immensely helpful as you actually start officially in July. Does any of this count officially for any of the your credits, or not really?
Yeah, so I've learned that medical school is kind of funny with the way that we do credits. It's not like undergrad where you have 12 credits per semester, 15 or whatnot. It's kind of like a collective group of credits, and so we're not necessarily getting credits per se, but this year has been incredibly useful. The learning that we've done, the development personally and professionally, definitely counts for something. And so the 5 of us have been reflecting on that as we get ready for our transition from medical student design partner to medical student, which will happen in a couple of months. And so while we're not getting official credit, I think all of us would make this decision again to